Having spent the better part of my entire life as a student and successfully navigating through the entire education system, I've picked up a few conventional and non-conventional ways to manage money, allowing me to travel, save enough to buy a car and pay it off, and do many other things. I'm excited to share some of these insights with you today to help you save effectively, all while sticking to a student's budget. Now, before we dive into the strategies, I will set the stage by making 3 assumptions about your current situation. Number 1, you might not have much, if any, financial support from family or friends or anything like that. And if you do have support, you are the envy of many, but that's good for you. But if you don't have support, great, and you're just trying to manage on your own, that is assumption number 1. Number 2, you are earning money through some part-time or full-time or casual work, whatever kind of work you're doing. You are working while you are studying. You are not just studying, you're working to make money, and you have some money coming into your account. Number 3, you have flatmates. Look, living solo is very expensive. This shouldn't even be a point to discuss about if you are trying to save money and you are a student and you are working and just trying to make ends meet. Consider living with other people. This will help dilute those hefty rent and hefty utility bills. If you are living alone, consider living with a flatmate. Given these points, this video will be perfect for you if you are looking to enhance your savings in significant areas. We're not talking about coffee here. We're talking about things like transportation, accommodation, tuition fees, and all of those other items that consume a huge chunk of your money. After tuition fees, housing, transportation, and books and supplies are the biggest expenses a student has. So these are the areas we want to reduce our spending in and make a dent in. We don't want to make a dent in our drinking coffee. We want to make a dent in these huge areas first. We've already tackled the housing situation. If you're living alone, get flatmates. If you have flatmates and you're still drowning, get roommates. It will not last a long time, but it will help you stop feeling like you are sinking. Hopefully you get someone who is great, understanding, and kind. Number 1, if you can, you want to live as close to your university as possible. I know housing might be more expensive because your university or your higher institution is probably somewhere in the city, right? And accommodation might be more expensive. But living closer does save you time, it saves you money, and it saves you having to be so disciplined that you have to go to uni or go to work every single day. So live as close as you can to where you study and hopefully get a job close enough. Hopefully within walking distance. That way you're not spending too much money traveling from point to point. Those are the 3 places you'll be going to the majority of the time. They need to be close to each other so that you can save money that way. Number 2, always, and I mean always, be on the lookout for anywhere that they say we offer student discounts. So that's where you want to eat, that's where you want to shop, that's where you want to do everything that you spend money doing. They are there for a reason, so please use them. From flight tickets, I've benefited from that, to tech and software, to even food and restaurants. Many places say we offer student discounts. All you have to do is ask before you pay and always carry your student ID on you. Number 3, you want to take advantage of all of the free or inexpensive entertainment at your university. There are tons and tons and tons. If there aren't, you can organize a free one with your friends. Attend movie nights, join clubs, enjoy festivals, all without spending much. Engaging in campus activities not only improve or enhance your whole college experience, but it also keeps your spending on entertainment low. Again, if one doesn't already exist, which is highly unlikely, but if that is the case, form one with your friends or your colleagues or your roommates or people that you study with. Number 4, many universities and higher institutions offer numerous free resources to their students. These can include things like parking, if you own a car, for example, or gym memberships, health counseling, legal services, very many different services you just don't know because they don't even tell you. Right? So you go to the front desk and ask, what are these services that are available to me as a student here? and you'll be surprised what you find. So before you spend a hefty sum of money on similar services outside of campus, go to your front desk and ask them these questions. They will tell you, and if they don't have such services, they may be able to recommend other people or other businesses who can offer you those services. Number 5, if you have access to public transportation, use it instead of trying to get a car and deal with all of the fees and bills that come with owning a car. Many universities offer a discount on public transportation. We have one here in New Zealand. If public transportation is not an option, consider carpooling. You can do this as a business even, or you can do it with your friends and your people that you live with who are going in the same direction as you. Not only will you save a ton of money on petrol and on maintenance and so many other fees like repairs and things like that, you'll have the company. And if you don't want the company, think about the money that you'll be saving. Number 6, ensure that you are covered where your university's insurance fails. If your university has insurance for students like mine did, and I had to pay every semester, do that. Do the barest minimum, but do something. Dental, property, whatever it is, health, pay for it. Paying for necessary insurance upfront can prevent devastating financial losses in the future. We don't have a lot of money anyway, so we want to cover our bases as much as we can. It may feel like you are throwing money out of the window. I felt that way when I was studying, but you never know. You never ever know. Number 7, if possible, where possible, when possible, pick up extra shifts. When your university is on break or during the summer holidays, or when for whatever reason things are just slow, allocate all of your extra time to working to making more money. We want to make money and leave where we currently are. So whenever the opportunity presents itself, we are going to work, we're going to get more hours, and we're going to significantly increase our financial revenue so that we can increase our savings potential without impacting our regular budget. Number 8, if you start university this year, you want to make friends with people who are 1 year ahead of you. This relationship can provide you a ton of invaluable resources that you cannot even put a price on. We're talking advice on lecturers, on lab classes, on regular classes, on tutorial classes, on what to take more seriously and what you probably shouldn't waste your time doing. We're talking past exam questions, what they can remember. We're talking textbooks and notes and lab books. Look, you cannot pay for this kind of relationships. You want to be friends with people a year ahead of you, not 2, not 3, not 4, people who still remember what it was like to be where you are. Those are the people you want to be friends with. And when you are 1 year ahead, you want to do that for somebody who's 1 year below you. To be honest, it will change your life. You will find that you're not just wandering aimlessly. I know you were there, your lecturers will help you and all of your professors and everything, but it is not the same as somebody who is on your side of things, who can hopefully teach you and guide you and even share resources with you. Like past questions, for example, my goodness. As somebody who has lectured, we recycle the same questions over and over and over again. Why do you think we don't let you go home with the exam questions? So we can recycle the questions and you just write your answers in and submit them back to us, and we use the same questions all over again. Obviously, some modification is made to align with the times that we are in, but for the most part, the material is practically the same, especially if somebody is just a year ahead of you. You want to make friends with people who are a year ahead of you and do the same for somebody else behind you. Number 9, you study as if you don't have a job, even though you're working as if you're not studying, but that's another story. But you are studying diligently. Stay committed to your studies and avoid all of the costs associated with repeating a course or repeating a whole semester. It is not worth it. I promise you it is not. You just want to go and enjoy your time, get your degree, and move on to the next season in life. We're not trying to pay for any extra classes or any extra semesters with money that we don't have, so we want to study as hard as we can. Not only do you save money this way, but you also accelerate your path to increasing your earning potential. Number 10, regularly assess what items you no longer use. Sell them, swap them, barter them, give them out if it comes to that. But some of your clutter that you have sitting around your home can be turned into cash for something more useful. We're not asking you to go start a whole new side hustle of selling and flipping things, no. But if you find that you're no longer using this mouse that you have, or whatever it is that you have at home, you can sell it or swap it with something else that somebody has that you would like or that you need. Number 11, and I say this with all the love in my heart, you cannot keep surrounding yourself with people who are not on the same path as you. If your friends are people who spend a lot of money, maybe they actually do have a lot of money and therefore can afford to spend a lot of money. These are not the kinds of people that you want to roll with every day. Maybe once in a while, yes, obviously, we want to be friends with them. However, friends who spend lavishly can influence you to do the same, and then you walk away thinking that you can afford something that you can't. We don't want to interfere with our saving strategies here. We want to spend our time with people who are on the same page as us. We are trying to do two things here. We're trying to support our immediate financial goals, our immediate financial needs, pay your rent, have a place to sleep, have food to eat, and then number 2, to build a foundation for long-term financial health. We want to start today with however little money we are making. It is enough to start to build a solid foundation for our financial health.